Naming the Jack Layton Ferry Terminal pays tribute to a man who contributed so much to our city, also to our country, as well as introducing both our residents and our visitors to Toronto to the joys that Jack experienced in visiting the islands.
You could see that this man was able to touch the mind and the heart and the souls of working class Canadians. And you could see that he was going to be a force to be reckoned with in the House of Parliament. And we knew from his credentials that he had the intestinal fortitude to be able to fight for a different way of doing politics, a respectful way of respecting each other. Even though we may have our differences, we got to respect each other in the course of conducting the body politic. And Jack Layton brought a whole new vision to the House of Parliament, the same vision that he had when he sat as a councillor with the Mayor of Toronto in the City of Toronto. So my friends, Jack Layton, in the early years, you could see that this was going to be a man to be reckoned with.
Being in this place, the starting point for so many wonderful journeys, bring back a flood of joyous memories. Now, the tandem bicycle was our wedding present for each other. And we always had fun riding. We rode through the islands, the Pride Parade, the bike trails all across Toronto and all across Canada. We had a great time. It was wonderful. Actually, I was in the back. I got Jack's back. Now, he has your back.
A tandem bike requires trust. Trust in your partner and trust in others. A tandem bike is about cooperation, working towards a common goal. More ground can be covered when you're working together. But the journey is made even easier by sharing the load. And most of all, a tandem bike is more fun because the experience is shared with others. That's how he lived his life. He worked hard, he cooperated with others in his job, and he had fun through it all.
He believed in moving people out of poverty and into the working class and the middle class of this province and in this country. He spent his years fighting for that vision. And standing behind me here, folks, you will see leaders of the Labour movement. Ordinary Canadians, working men and women, every single one of them. Sometimes demonized in the media, sometimes demonized because their crime is they're trying to make life a little bit better for people, trying to raise people out of poverty. These are the folks that Jack Layton identified with. These are the men and women that came together to say, we ought to do something for Jack Layton. He was there for us. He had our back when we needed Jack Layton. And now we've got his back here today.
In this great city, in this great country, we will carry on, stronger together, working for a better future, and always with a smile in our hearts. Thank you, Jack. Thank you to all of you for being here.
This came out of a meeting of about 20 people on the island who were so distraught at Jack's death. We knew we had to do something, and we were coming up with ideas left, right, and center. Well, the first one that we came up with was actually a tandem bike, where people could sit on the bike and Jack could be leading them towards their future, helping them find their future, helping them find their way, giving them inspiration to be better than they are. And lo and behold, today here we are. That idea, that came from a group of 20 people, in really sorrow and inspiration at the same time, but was fulfilled by the connections that One Islander had with the Labour movement.
The Ontario Federation of Labour was gifting this beautiful sculpture to the City of Toronto, to the citizens of Canada, basically memorialising the legacy of Jack Layton, who inspired this nation both before and after his death.
I'm just so proud that we were able to do this, and for such a great man that is somebody who tries to take care of our jobs, and like Sid Ryan said, that Jack Layton tried to help people get up into the middle class to make good living. And that's what makes Canada great.
To be able to see the funds being raised so quickly and people coming together, and it's stunning. And having the City of Toronto say yes and naming this ferry terminal as Jack Layton Ferry Terminal, I'm really honored and blessed. So on behalf of the Layton Chow family, thank you to every single one that has been involved to make this possible.
Between the stones and the summer breeze.